All right, next question. If you have a large company that operates multiple brands, would you have a single drive stack for all of them to store press releases, PDFs, etc., and then make separate gsites? Or would it be better to have entirely separate stacks? The brands are all in similar niches. Now that's a tricky question in my opinion. Maybe Marco will have some more insight on this, but in my opinion, you know, if you can create ambiguation by trying to promote multiple brands under one brand. Remember, we talk about branding and the entity, and each brand should be its own entity, and at least the way I understand it. They could be sister companies or parent and child companies. So, you know, that kind of stuff. So there can be an umbrella company and then child companies underneath that and all of that. But I would treat, at least, unless, and again, obviously this question could be missing some context, right? Like I could be missing some context around what this question is, but I would treat every brand as its own entity, even if it has a parent organization. That's just how I would do it. Marco, what would you do?
Yeah, if they're all branded differently, even if they're similar niches, I don't know why you'd want to create all that confusion. It can get really complicated for the bot to try to understand what the relationship is between all of these. And if they're similar niches, you might end up competing one against the other. I mean, that might be okay if you're looking to take over like multiple spots in serves. That might be okay. I look, yeah, without more context, it's really difficult to suppose what Google could do.
Right.
I would just say separate them, but then the one main entity, you can still create the parent-child relationships under that one big entity, even if you're branding out all of the others. So I would still have a separate gsite and drive stack for all of the different brands, but that parent could incorporate all of those into all of these different, right? All like part of the whatever family of websites, part of the whatever family of plumbers. The way that we've done it before, right? When you brand for, when you rank for plumbing in GMB, correct? And then you have to change the brand. Well, you teach the people who answer the phone how to answer the phone correctly so that there's no ambiguity when the person's calling and say, wait a minute, I was calling XYZ plumber, why is ABC answering? Well, you take care of that when that person reaches the person who's talking to them. You let them know who it is that they're talking to right from the start.
Yeah, like ABC.xyz, right? Alphabet is the parent company for Google.
Yep.
But Google is its own brand, right? And YouTube is its own brand. And so my point is they're all connected through the parent Alphabet company, but they're all their own brands, and they're all integrated together in some form or fashion, but they are all very strong brands on their own, right? So that's how
the business, the GMB, right? Mm-hmm. You get a business site on a separate domain, although it's Google's, it's separate, and they've done a really good job of separating all of these brands. Although we all know that YouTube belongs to Google, and we know whatever else belongs to Google. Same thing with Facebook and Instagram and WhatsApp and all of these different things that Facebook owns.